Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our chapter Comprehension Ability. Now, this is part number 50. Till now, we have already done 49 sessions on this chapter. So, in this session, we are going to discuss several passages. Now, let us have a look over which passages we are going to discuss in this session. In this session, we will discuss, as you can see over here, that there are two passages, that is passage number 66 and passage number 67. So in all, again, we are going to discuss two passages in this session. Also, we will discuss question and answers based on these two passages. Well, in all the other sessions as well, or in all the earlier sessions as well, we have been reading comprehensions first, and after that, we have been attempting questions based on that, on those passages. In this session as well, first of all, we'll read the entire passage, and after that, we will attempt the questions that follow. Okay. So first of all, we'll begin with passage number 66. Okay, because these are two short passages. What we will do, we will first read the entire passage, and after that we'll go to the questions and start attempting them. So this is passage number 66, as you can see over here. So first of all, let us read this entire passage. So what the passage is about, you will have something in your mind that what the passage is about. So we'll discuss this passage number 66. Okay. So here is passage number 66. There was a noticeable disparity. Disparity means difference in the types of people frequenting the two bridges nearby. Two bridges nearby means that maybe some bridges are there which are near the town, or you can say these are the types of people that it represents. One made of brick and other of stone. So here we are talking about two bridges that the one of which is made of brick and the other of stone. Those of questionable character preferred the former. Former means the previous one, and the previous is of one mark made of brick. Okay, so it is basically preferred by those who have a questionable character, which was adjacent to the town, or which was near, or you can say which was near the town or adjacent to the town. They were unconcerned about public scrutiny. Scrutiny means checking or investigation. So they are unconcerned. It means they do not bother about public checking or investigation or questioning. Despite their insignificance, it means though they are felt insignificant, for example, they are not bothered by anyone, yet they do not have any problem. During their moments of success, they felt no shame in their downfall. So they are unconcerned and they do not feel shame even in their downfall. Okay. Instead of resenting their adversaries, it means they do not complain of their adversaries. They displayed contempt. Okay. They displayed contempt means showing no respect. And rather than acknowledging their suffering, they attributed their misfortune to luck. Conversely, it means on the contrary, or on the other hand. Those who lingered means stay on the more distant bridge, were of a more refined nature. Individuals unsure of how to pass their idle time. Idle means their spare time. Their gaze was often fixed on the flowing water below. For example, the water is flowing below the bridge, and they gaze focus on it, means they just continuously stare towards that particular water which is flowing below. While those on the townward bridge, townward means which is near to the bridge, that is that one bridge that was made of made of brick. Bridge were indifferent. Indifferent means unconcerned to being observed and openly surveyed passers-by. Those on the remote bridge, it means which is away from town, never faced the road. They have never faced the road, never turned at the approaching footsteps, or they have never turned, or you can say they never followed the footsteps. Sensitized to their own circumstances, they focused on the current whenever a stranger approached, as though they were intrigued by some unfamiliar fish. Intrigued means attracted by some unfamiliar fish. despite the fact that the river had been depleted of fish for years. Despite the fact, it means though they knew that the river had been depleted of fish for years, it means there are no fishes in the water for many years. So, yet they are somehow they are attracted towards the fish, or they interest in some fish which are unfamiliar or they do not know them. Okay, so it is actually, if we look at the gist of the paragraph, this paragraph or this passage is somewhere about two kind of people. One who is unconcerned with who is unconcerned toward the other people, and other who though they are not known by anyone but they care for the world. So it has, according to this situation, the which is given in the passage, it is about some people who are like these people. Okay, so we have read these two paragraphs of this passage number 66. Now we will discuss questions based on this passage. So here we have question number 1: the two bridges were recognized. Options are, as you can see over here, for their identical structure. Identical means same structure. Okay, for being at an equal distance from the town, because they are at an equal distance from the town, but we can see that one is adjacent to the town and other one is on the remote area. It means it is far to the bridge, far to the town. For attracting dejected people to the, dejected means some people who are separated. It means some people who are dejected because of poverty, some people who are concerned, some people who are not concerned, but they do not bother about this world, so they are dejected. Okay, or for their haunted reputation. Now here haunted reputation, it means something which is frightening, that is not given or that is not mentioned in the passage. They do not have identical structure because one is made of brick and other of stone, so it cannot be the answer. For being at an equal distance, no, they both are not on equal distance because one is adjacent to the town and other one is um, basically remote to the town, or you can say it is far away from the town. So they do not have the same distance. For their haunted reputation, no, not anything like haunted or frightening is mentioned in the passage. Therefore, the correct answer is for attracting dejected people to them, because both the bridges, they attract those people who are basically dejected. First bridge, that is bridge made of brick, it attracts those people who do not concern about this world, who do not concerned about the public scrutiny. They do not feel shame in their downfall like those. And the more distant bridge were more of refined nature, though they are refined nature, but they are dejected because they have never approached to the footsteps, they have never faced the road. So these type of people are also dejected. Okay, so here C will be the correct answer according to this situation. So C is the correct answer. Now let us move to the next question, and the next question is, now let us see the next question, which is the next question. People belonging to the lower socio-economic levels, in their moments of distress, what do they do? Now, if you see, to lower socio-economic levels, it means they are not very rich. Okay, and in their moments of distress, whenever they feel sad, what do they do? Felt a sense of shame regarding their failures, remembered their days of glory, dressed untidy to earn sympathy, visited the brick made bridge. Now, if you see the first paragraph, here you will see, despite their insignificance during the moments of success, they felt no shame in their downfall. Okay, it means whenever they feel or they are in socio-economic level, when they are in their downfall, it means when they are on the lower or to the lower of their socio-economic levels, they do not feel shame, they felt no shame. Instead of resenting their adversaries, it means instead of you can say cursing their adversaries, they displayed contempt. It means that they do not that it does not matter for them at all. They show that they do not find it bad, and rather than acknowledging their suffering, rather than acknowledging, it means just showing their suffering, they attributed this their misfortune to luck. So according to this line, or the last three lines of the first paragraph, it shows that they do not feel shame, as it is written over here, felt a sense of shame regarding their failures. No, not at all. Remembered their days of glory. They attributed their misfortune to luck, or during their moments of success. So this shows that yes, they remembered their days of glory. Dressed untidy to earn sympathy? No, they do not acknowledge their suffering. Therefore, they do not earn sympathy. Visited the brick-made bridge? No. They actually, what they do, they remembered their days of glory. It means these type of people, they do not who feel afraid or shame in their downfall. What they do, they remember their golden days and the days of glory when they were success, or their moments of success, and they do not worry about their condition. Okay, so here the correct answer will be B, according to these lines of the first paragraph. Now let us move to the next question, and the next question is, well, this is an interesting paragraph. The bridge of stone was frequented by. Now, if you see the options, the elegant yet unlucky, those who enjoy fishing, all the sections of society, or none of the above. Now, if you see this first paragraph carefully, there was a noticeable disparity in the types of people frequenting the two bridges. Okay, disparity means difference. Okay, two bridges nearby, one made of brick and other of stone. Those of questionable character preferred the former, that is, one made of brick. Okay, which was adjacent to the town. It means in the first part, or the first paragraph, we have talked about those people who linger on the bridge made of brick. Okay, so we are talking about here in the first para, we are talking about those people who are staying on the bridge made of brick. Whereas in the second one, conversely, it means on the contrary. It means whatever is written in the first paragraph is just opposite of the second one. Okay, those who lingered on the more distant bridge, it means that bridge that was made of stone. So here the question is about bridge of stone. So if we talk about these kind of people, we have to look for the paragraph number 2. Okay, were of more refined nature. So they were of more refined nature. So stone was frequented by the elegant yet unlucky. No, if we see this, it is attributed their misfortune to luck. Those who enjoy fishing, actually they do not enjoy fishing, they are just attracted towards unfamiliar fish, though they know that this is not this had been depleted for years. All the sections of society, no, we have not talked about anything like this. Here it should be none of the above, because none of these is given in this. Conversely, in refined nature, individuals unsure of how to pass their idle time, because they do not know how to pass their idle time. Their gaze was fixed on the flowing water below. So what do? They actually just stare towards the water which is flowing below, while those on the townward bridge was indifferent to being observed and openly surveyed passers-by. Those on the remote bridge never faced the road. They did not face road. They have never faced the road, or you can say they never turned an approaching footsteps, or sensitized to their own circumstances. They focused on the current whenever a stranger approached, as though they were intrigued by some unfamiliar fish, despite the fact that the river had been depleted of fish for years. So according to this situation, none of the above is the correct answer, as nothing like this is given in the paragraph. So here answer will be D. Now let us move to the next question, and the next question is, the behavior of the lowly and genteel towards a stranger was, as you can see over here, when a stranger approached as though they were intrigued by unfamiliar fish. Okay, they focused on the current. Now, entirely different, almost hostile, totally different, or almost the same. So the behavior of the lowly and the gentle towards the strangers was, it is actually A, that is entirely different. It means they are of the nature who do not bother anything. They have never faced the road. They have never turned the approaching footsteps. It means they have never seen a person passing by from there, and they followed his step. They have never seen such a person. So whenever any strange approached, they are entirely different, because they do not know what is going on there. So that is actually entirely different. actually they are talking about those two kind of people. One who is developed, it means uh, people who have seen the houses, who have seen the culture, but the other are the natives of the jungle or nomads, like those who have never seen the things like in the developed world. So here A will be the correct answer. So the behavior towards the strangers was entirely different. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. And the next question is, in the passage, the author is aimed to. So, what was the aim of the author? The author is aimed at. What is the main focus of the author in this passage? Describe the dressing preferences among various group of people. Elaborate on diverse manners in which strangers can be treated. Elaborate the disparity in construction of two bridges. Describe how people of different classes behaved when unhappy. So, according to this, D will be the correct answer, because here they have talked about some kind of people. For example, if you see this line, how to pass their idle time, it means when they are unhappy or when they are just get boring. Okay. Or when they have a lot of time and they have nothing to do. And here, if we saw this the line, if we see this line, they felt no shame in their downfall. It means at the time of downfall. So there are two kind of people, and whenever they are unhappy or they feel nothing like something good, so what do they do actually at that time? So here the author is aiming to describe the conditions of these kind of people. So according to this, D will be the correct answer. Okay, I hope you understood these questions based on this passage and the passage as well. So here we have done with passage number 66. Now we are going to discuss passage number 67. So this is passage number 67. Again, here we have two paragraphs and the short passage. Now let us first read the entire passage, and after that we'll start attempting the questions. Over the past 2 decades, decade means 10 years, and 2 decades means 2 10 years, that means 20 years. Okay. There has been years. There has been significant growth in opportunities for women. Significant, it means a good opportunity. Growth was there for women in various industries, particularly in leadership roles. So, particularly, they are talking about leadership, it means management roles. Nowadays, more and more young women have the chance to compete and demonstrate their skills are just as good as, if not better than, their male counterparts. Now, if you have any idea that in the past time, traditionally it was an approach that men can manage well. Okay, and the management was given to the men only. But as we have seen nowadays, that there have been the prime ministers or the president as well as the female. Okay, so nowadays many female, they have the leadership roles, or they lead, or they have growing opportunities in the management part. Okay, so they are just doing very good in their fields, if not better than their male counterparts. Okay, nowadays people yet they believe that they are not better than their male counterparts. However, as they are beginning to storm the traditionally male bastions of management, male bastions means traditionally, as it was known that male people or the men, they can only manage well. So they are just storming this, or you can say this traditionally approach, they are just converting it, or they are just proving that wrong. They encounter obstacles along the way, and because they want to just convert, or they just want to you can say remove this male western society that only the male can manage well, this approach, because the women want to you can say women want to just remove this thinking from the mind of the people. She faces many obstacles. Early in their careers, they realize that succeeding in corporate environments involve more than just demonstrating power and control. So they just realize, what women, they realize that early in their careers, succeeding in corporate, if they want to succeed in the corporate environments, they have to prove they should involve more than just demonstrating. Only demonstration will not be will not be efficient, so they have to demonstrate the power and control as well. It also involves navigating issues related to gender, attitudes, and acceptance of women. Okay, it means women should accept this first, that yes, they can manage well. Okay, only after that this can be done. So this is just about the paragraph of about the man and the women equality or inequality, that nowadays, though women are getting many opportunities, yet it is not fully in the mind of people that the women can lead well. They still think that men are the best leaders or men are the better leaders. So according to this, now let us start doing the questions based on this passage. So here we have the first question, that is, the initial statement of the passage suggests that there has been a notable growth in job opportunities. Options are: there has been an increase in job opportunities within the corporate sector, in the industry have increased, for women have increased, for women at the managerial level have increased. Now, if you see, the most suitable answer to this question is, if you see, there has been a significant growth in opportunities for women in various industries, particularly in leadership roles. So according to this, D will be the correct answer. For women at managerial level have increased. So there is an increase in job opportunities with the corporate sector? No. Actually, it is growth for the women at the managerial level. It means leadership roles have increased. So according to this, D will be the correct answer. Now let us move to the next one. This is the next question, and the next question is, as indicated in the passage, women in senior positions also have a few difficulties, challenges associated with power and control, problems related to roles of women in society, absolutely no issues. Now, if you see this one, however, as they are beginning to storm the traditionally male bastions of management, it means the thinking that only a male can lead well, they encounter obstacles along the way. Who? Women. They encounter obstacles along the way. So, just because they are women and they have to, you can say, remove this thinking that male bastions of management. So, what they feel the obstacles. So it is not a few difficulties. It means there are many difficulties, challenges associated with the power and control. No, not power and control. They face obstacles because of their being because they're being women. So according to this, C will be the correct answer. Problems related to roles of women in society. Just because of this, they feel these issues or they face these issues. So according to this, C is the correct answer. Now let us move to the next one. The next question is, which of the following phrases best reflects the meaning of male bastions? Now, what is the meaning of male bastions? Management areas dominated by males, management styles of males, occupations for men, or the managerial skill of men. Now, if you see this line again, they are beginning to storm the traditionally male bastions of management. Traditionally male bastions of management means, in this line, the author tries to say that earlier time or traditionally, it was an approach that only men can lead well. But nowadays, women are trying to remove this thought from the mind of the people that only male can lead well. They want to prove themselves that yes, women can also lead well. That is why a male bastion, this phrase, it is actually when management areas are dominated by males only. So according to this, A will be the correct answer. The meaning of this particular phrase is management areas dominated by males. Okay. So these were questions based on these two paragraphs, and we have read here two paragraphs. Both the passages were very interesting, though very tricky. They were very complex. Because there was no direct meaning. It was only the inference based paragraphs which we did in these two passages. For the first one, based on two type of people, or group of two type of people, when they are unhappy, what do they do? And the other one is for the women and her role in the society, and actually her management skills. Okay, so both of these paragraphs were very interesting, and though they were tricky, yet they you can simply do those these type of paragraphs. Now these type of passages, obviously, because we cannot infer direct meaning from these two passages, so we have to be very careful about the concept and the vocabulary that has been used in these passages. So you can also try to analyze the meaning of that particular word according to the passage or according to the sense of the passage, especially when options are given very close to each other or to one another. You have to look for the closest answer or the closest option which can be the best suitable answer for that particular question. So in the next session as well, we are going to discuss some more passages. Till then, thanks to you. Stay tuned.